Hello, Hola, Konnichiwa, Salaam, Ciao Namaste. Peace to all. This is Soulology, the science of the soul. And let's start off with a statement from a man in the metaphysical science known as Dr. Dilbert Blair. He had a statement that if you can't get along with black, white, red, yellow, or brown, how do you expect to get along with indigo, blue, green, or polka dot? We're going into the science of the soul of color. Does color really matter? In the illusion of where you live, due to individuality, you believe that color does exist. You believe that someone such as myself, give or take the terrain or the continent that they live in, is separate from who you are, give or take, from a different continent. We don't realize, though, eons ago, that those continents were once one continent. And the simple fact that our lineage as a whole comes and stems from few that lived in that one area known as Pangea. Many of us don't think of it that way. Many of us, due to our religious dogmas and everything, believe in other ideologies. And allow ourselves to be separate, believing we are the chosen ones. And when you look honestly at the soul, you have to remember the soul doesn't care for color. The soul seeks to be unified. The soul seeks not only unification, but its own individuality as well, on the flip side. As human beings, we have a knack for not willing to unify with each other, and though we will state all the time, see, we're unifying and we're doing this as a whole on the planet, we're unwilling to unify in ways that could tremendously change the way we live. And this is due to, again, political dogmas. This is due to spiritual dogmas, religious dogmas. This is due to the systematic things that are set in place. But at the same time, you can shift this yourself. Not all of this. This is just the whole. Because the truth is, as an individual, you can change whatever you desire, period. But as the saying goes, you can change your life by simply changing your mind. You can change this world by simply changing your mind. Whether someone believes in something due to a mass of people through the system that have told you who's good, who's bad, and others who've ran with it, especially in social media. We eat this up. And we take this in believing that is the truth, that these people are bad people, and we have no clue. It doesn't matter who you are on the planet. You can't say that a Muslim, in a sense, is bad. And I'm talking about what I've observed in America. And at the same time, you can't say a Buddhist is bad, just like I've observed in the Asian continents. One of the things that was going on over there through a fight between Muslims and Buddhists. You can't really state that. And we love to state that due to what we see from others. Not from our very own eyes, but because someone told us. We're not even really seeing it, we're actually hearing it from someone else who told us this is what's going on, instead of observing for ourselves if that is factual evidence. if that is true, because we don't really have the right to judge anyone, but we have the right to understand others before us. And many of us in the world are unwilling to understand people and consider ourselves to be superior to other people on the planet. That can't be the case, and that's not the case, due to the fact of how the soul works. The soul is infinite. It does not see itself as individual. The only reason you see yourself as an individual on this planet is because you forgot. And that is okay. There's nothing wrong with forgetting. Forgetting is honestly a part of the process of learning who you truly are, and on top of that, experiencing the highest form of who you are. Your godhood, your goddesshood, the beauty within who you are. Because as I always say, to know thyself is to know the gods within. I say the gods, the creators within, for a reason. Because of who you are, when you understand the self. And not in an egotistical sense, because when you accept the ego and rid of it, then you will truly know who you are under this skin. That there's much more to you than color. Because ask yourself this. Do birds fight with each other, give or take their color? Sure, some of them may eat each other, but let's put it in more detail. If you see a bunch of parrots and they're all different colors, do you see any of the parrots arguing with each other or disliking one because of the simple fact that that one looks like this? Most of them may try to fight to gain a mate, but most of them will not care, give or take your color. As humans, you have to realize, besides blood, that you all are the same thing. And even if we were even go into the aspect, you have to understand that at the root of everything, you literally all are the same thing in the physical. Give or take our ancestors from before who spread that lineage. Of course, there weren't that many people on this planet, and as we grew, we're 7 billion plus people, if not more. But you are much more than meets the eye. You are much more than your color. To unify yourself is to truly know yourself, but to know yourself truly is by going within and seeing the fact that you all are the same thing. And to ask yourself the simple question that if everybody on the planet is who you are as a person on this planet, how would you treat yourself? And seeing past that in love for everybody, because we don't know everybody's life. We don't know what they go through. And it's not really our right to judge that person as to why. When you think about people who live a difficult life, and it's not even their fault for the environment, for them to do what we call criminal things on the planet, we don't know what led them to be that way. But understanding their reasoning will allow you to think past, oh, they're a horrible person, look at the way they dress, look at the way they look and everything, they're nothing special. And that's not even the truth. And there are people out there who are much worse than what you see out there. So it's up to you to see past this. And to truly see, not only in others, but in yourself, the God, the goddess, and the creator within, who you truly are. So, remember, to know thyself is to know the creator within. And to everybody out there, have a good morning, have a great afternoon, and a fantastic evening. Namaste.